The following may contain offensive language, adult humor, and or content that some viewers may find offensive. The views and opinions expressed by any one speaker does not explicitly or necessarily reflect or represent those of Mark Radulich or W2M Network. Please listen with caution, or don't listen at all.
In a world fueled by distortion, diabolical growls, and questionable digestive decisions, three brave idiots stand to wait through the steaming pile of metal releases each week. From bowel rumbling breakdowns to riffs that'll make your intestines cry for mercy. We flush the weak and salute the strong. This is Metal Hammer of Doom, after all.
Yes, we are back on the Metal Hammer of Doom. Not the jukebox, not the extra, not the pizza party, not sessions, none of that.
None of that.
Just the regular Metal Hammer of Doom after all. Jesse's with me. How you doing, Jesse?
Oh my goodness. I just got that album in under 1 minute to go.
You just got only one listen? Because normally you listen like 20 times.
Yeah, well, consider me a busy man this weekend, that's for sure. As much as I wanted to listen to Rob Zombie, trust me, and decipher all of his fun little samples, I didn't do it. Yeah.
That other voice you hear, of course, is the Metal Cooper, Robert Cooper. How do you do, sir?
Splendid. I just finished mowing 2 lawns in 1 day in 93-degree weather. Fucking kill me.
Is that what you're doing to pay rent now? Is you're just out there mowing lawns?
Well, that and smuggling illegals over the border. I'm still doing that.
Oh, okay. You better not say that out loud. The federal government may take you seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst? Yeah, that's true. I was going to say, what are they going to do? Kill me? But well,
right now, they're all making sure everybody gets on the airplane. Okay.
You might get invaded by the popsicle police.
That's right. No, like I said, they're all helping. They're all TSA agents now, so we're fine.
That's right.
We don't have to worry about that. Coop's booming business has continued. So great.
That's right. Yeah, I sell mulch and smuggle people, and then I got my grandma's lawn. It's a great time. Yeah, because I stole the job from somebody else who was getting paid $100.
I told my wife today, I was like, I'm not
America great again by stealing back the jobs.
Yes.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, I stole it from a white guy. So.
Oh my God, that's net zero.
Yeah, that's even worse because somebody that works with my stepdad who's 30 with 2 kids and like crushing debt, but he already has heart problems at 30. I don't think he needs to be mowing that many lawns.
Yeah.
Jesse, you were trying to cut in with something.
I was just going to say, my wife told me not to, or I told my wife I wasn't going to mow the lawn today, and ended up mowing the lawn. So I feel your pain, half your pain.
Like with like a rolling pin.
And
like,
you're
like, I'm just gonna sit in my bathroom and eat beans all day. She's like, the fuck you are, and just started hitting you over the head.
I'm just gonna give you guys a little insight. Women will bombard you with clues until you finally figure out what the hell you need to do. And we went on a drive, and I don't know how many times she was like, look at all the people mowing their yard. Look at all the people mowing their yard.
Oh, I love it. She's so passive aggressive.
And I was like, I'm not mowing the yard today. And then I get home, and 10 minutes after I get home, I'm like, I'm going to mow the yard. Damn it.
Don't you have like sons to do that?
I do. Mongo actually eats some of the yard. I can't let him go out there.
He's just out there fucking holding him by his ankles.
It's like a damn cartoon.
He broke the damn chain. They had him tied to a fucking tree stump, and then he broke it off. He saw the mailman.
How much does Mongo know we rip on him?
Oh, poor Mongo. He if he knew, he would love it.
Okay. What about Colton?
Babacolton? Babacolton's not old enough to be mowing the yard. That's for sure.
Wait, how old is he?
He's the same age as Jonas.
He's 12. He would not
drive a fucking car.
This would be him, with his little arms up in the air trying to push a mower. No, that's not happening.
Oh, I see. Somebody took all the nutrition in the house.
It's truth.
All right.
Yeah, it's the truth.
She's here just in time. And we are, of course, joined by Mick the Wanamaker. How do you do, madam?
Hi. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
How's sound now?
Oh, that is so much better.
Yeah, you sound so much better now. And, of course, we have our friends here on YouTube watching the show. We have this fella here. He said hi, and then he said, will you say hi, spelled S-E-Y, will you say hi if I send you a super chat? Hi, pal. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, we don't need a super chat. I think we could do that just without that.
We're
No.
fine. I mean, send in super chats if you actually have, if we're, you would like to participate in the conversation in a meaningful way, sure. But, just say hi. Hi.
Hello.
You've now been said hi to by a minor internet star.
Yeah, we're so famous, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know about give it.
I was gonna say,
I mean, define minor, or star.
and we're demonetized. Great. Now you're bringing up minors.
Oh God. So, story time, our little intro story time. I took my kids to New Orleans over the weekend, and I was gonna just kind of walk through the entire trip with you, but I wanted to address the whole Colton can't mow the lawn. He's itty bitty. He's only 3 feet tall. He's the same age as Jonas is going to be 12 in April, and I think they're about the same age, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I parked my car, as one does, in a public parking lot in New Orleans, and then we walked from there to all around the French Quarter, and so we'd spent a good part of Saturday just walking all over the place, hours and hours out walking around the French Quarter. We hit the New Orleans Jazz Museum. We went into a bunch of voodoo places, like voodoo stores, things they're calling museums that are only one room long or big rather. We had dinner. We hung out in a vampire cafe, as one does in New Orleans. We walked a ghost tour, and then after the ghost tour, we took a bicycle cab back to the parking lot because we were all done walking by that point. And where I parked, someone parked so close to the driver's side, I couldn't open the door.
Oh, that sucks.
That's rude.
Oh no!
I don't know how to describe this. I was perfectly within the parking spot. It wasn't like I was on the line or anything, or parked like an asshole. I was straight. I was within the lines. I was a good American, and somebody was right on their line, right to my right, to where the driver's side is. And yeah, sure, I'm a big fat ass, but hear me out. Nobody could fit in the space that was provided once you got the door without smashing the door into the car next to him, which I thought about in my anger. So it's late. I have to pee. I'm in New Orleans and I can't get in my car. And there's my 15-year-old who doesn't even want a driver's license. And there's my 12-year-old, almost 12-year-old's let me drive, father. And I'm and there's a part of me that's he just has to back the car out. How fucking could he?
Right.
Be?
2 pedals. Not even 2, just 1, really.
Yeah, really. He just brake.
Yep.
And then put the car in reverse, back out slowly so that I can roll my Humpty Dumpty ass into the front seat.
I mean, his foot's gonna be on the brake anyway.
Right.
Here's the thing. There was a moment where I legitimately thought about letting him do it. Because again, unlike Jesse's son, who apparently, if you give him technology, he's just, oh no! I'm picturing the lawnmower, he's up in the air like a kite.
Going down the road.
Jesse can't.
He's not allowed to touch balloons.
Jesse can't tell his family anymore because we just spent the show making fun of him.
It's okay. We're good targets for it. Trust me.
So long story short. And then I got to read you some of these comments that we're getting, which has nothing to do with the discussion.
They're wild right now. I'm watching this.
Oh, you're watching? Oh, they're great,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yes.
Could not be anywhere even close to related to like what we're doing here.
Nope.
Anyway, I finally was like, no, because honestly, Jonas is a smart kid. He's a genius kid. He's in gifted classes, all of that. He also can't find the thing in front of him half the time. Like you say, go to the fridge, get a can of ginger ale. He's like, where?
No, dude, that is so much Mongo here at this house. It's like the dude, you say, just all you need to do is find the green bottle amongst all of the white bottles, and it's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Where's that?
And
I don't know.
First, he'll bring you like a dog. He just brings you back like a armful of white bottles. It's like, I asked for one green bottle. You brought me an armful of white bottles.
And he repeats it too. You'll hear him in there going, green bottle, green bottle, green bottle. Like, okay, you're going to lose the, in 2 seconds. Right, dude.
So I love him to death. And like I said, he really is a smart, gifted kid. But he's also kind of like one of those like smart, dumb kids at times. And I could see me like, okay, Jonas, whom I trust implicitly, 12-year-old boy. Now, put your foot on the brake as he proceeds to monster truck in my Corolla over the car in front of him in New Orleans. And I'm just like, Jesse, like, hear me out on this. You ever just have those moments where you can see the future? Like you're touching a thing and you have that flash moment where you're just like, if I go down this road, this is the future. And the future in this instance was my son either backing up at 100 miles an hour into the thing behind us or driving forward into the thing in front of us. And I'm like, or hitting his sister, or I don't know. I don't know.
The worst case scenario is going to happen.
There was, or better yet, he doesn't even figure it out. He's just like,
Oh, man.
I couldn't take it. My heart couldn't take it. I was like, so instead, how I ended up solving this Rubik's Cube, I put my seat all the way like flat back, and it was like a reverse clown car. It's like I went in through the passenger side, and like before I got up to come to the show tonight, I got out of bed, and I tend to make a lot of noise, being old and big as I am, getting out of the bed. So I'm like, oh, whoo, ah. You know what I'm talking about, Jesse.
Sure. Oh yeah, every day.
I make noises every time I move.
Yeah, exactly. Mick, you'll confront this when you're older.
No, it's almost there.
I'm in the car and I'm just like, as I fucking shimmy my way from the passenger side into the driver's side, and then I have to maneuver my fat ass around the steering wheel into the seat again. But I did it because we're here now. I accomplished the goal.
You are here. Yes,
you made it.
It's like your car was trying to give birth.
Yeah, this was a reverse birth. I was climbing up into the womb instead of trying to get out. But Jonas was legitimately like disappointed I wouldn't let him try driving my car. And I'm like, any other time, if Jonas is like, would you let me try driving the car? Sure. We'll do like my dad did. I'll take you to the busy bee parking lot on a Sunday night where there's nothing around.
Right.
You can have at it. So when you don't listen and you drive like a lunatic, it doesn't matter as much. I'm not trying this at 10 o'clock at night in New Orleans in a parking lot full of cars.
With what, 4 inches between you and another car?
Yeah.
Not happening. Right, dude.
Especially not in a different state.
Yeah, so that's what's going on with me. What's going on with you, Mick? What's new in your world?
Nothing much. I'm gonna go see Primus soon. Here coming up.
All right.
June, I believe.
Primus sucks.
Which
Primus sucks.
Is it Primus or is it Les Claypool and like one of his weirdo solo bands?
It's all three. So it's gonna be Les Claypool playing himself. It's gonna be Primus, and then it's gonna be him and John Lennon's son have a band, and it's the.
That's right. You talked about this with me and Ronnie last night.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was something Lennon Delirium. But it was crazy. I did not know that they were making music. I guess they started in 2015. But it should be a lot of fun. I'm excited.
So since we've been streaming to YouTube Shorts, Jesse, and you know about this, there's a lot of people like they don't know what else to say, so they just say hi, just fine. And it's like I'm not going to spend the first 20 minutes of any podcast I'm doing just saying hi back to people. So there's that. Then there's this.
Muslims are not good from Crazy Cheetah. Now,
Oh, wow.
Here's the thing. Context is king, right, Jesse? There's a scroll at the bottom of the screen. It says, Metal Hammer of Doom, Rob Zombie the Great Satan. What part of that? What part of that spoke to Crazy Cheetah and said, this is the time to discuss the good or badness of Muslims?
Well, wait. I don't know if this is right, but don't Muslims call America like the Great Satan?
That's a big leap, Mick, and I appreciate that you
No,
made it.
I remember. Yeah, it was.
You remembered your propaganda. Nice.
Yes, the Iranians who were currently
It was
bombing
Iran.
who were currently bombing to death, refer to America as the Great Satan. That is correct. So
Okay.
I would like to believe that when Rob Zombie decided to name his album The Great Satan, he was not taking the argument of the Ayatollah.
No.
And then here's a question from the same fella: why are Muslims angry? And I would like to direct this person to the movie Inside Out, which explains that we all have feelings, one of which is anger.
That's true. That's very true. YouTube comments. It's like they show up right at the beginning of a show, and then they move on to the next. Like they're trying to elicit some kind of reaction.
Well,
But
that's the thing. And if you don't react to them fast enough, they're gone.
well, that's okay. I don't mind this guy.
No, I think that guy can. I think he can go do his other hobbies.
He might want to find another podcast that might be a little bit more, I don't know, attuned to the subject matter that he's apparently looking for. This is Metal Hammer of Doom.
As you're scrolling through, are there a lot of live YouTube like podcasts on right now that are just having like random banter that they're willing to interact with idiot comments? I mean, I know there are on TikTok Live. I watch it every single day. I watch my girlfriend do TikTok Live, and it is just the height of inane conversation. but she loves it. It keeps her occupied. I'm fine with it. Moving on to the next one here. This is the height of intellectual discourse.
Oh yes. Emoji my ass, please.
Right.
Just all up in my. Go ahead.
Poop all up in my ass. Is that a new Snarky song?
Yes, I'll put it on an album.
Yeah, thank you. Why don't you work on that while we're doing the podcast? And I poop in my ass.
Sure.
Yes, there you go.
Here's my question about this one. What is the response I'm supposed to have to that?
I don't know.
I mean, is a guy named Hashimi, could he be responding to Cheetah Cunt?
Possibly.
I once saw Cheetah Cunt open up for Les Claypool in the Bullfrog Brigade. What the name of the band is called.
Yeah, with floppy esophagus, right?
That is correct. In the John Cougar concentration camp.
That's right. Fantastic.
All right. We're almost done here, and then we can actually start the show. Is evil good?
No.
I mean,
yes.
Again, if you're just trying to get attention for yourself, I guess this is as good a prompt as any.
He needs to ask these questions to ChatGPT or something that will actually give him a good answer, because we don't have the patience for it, unfortunately.
We don't have enough time.
I'd say before he joined the House of Torture, Evil was a decent New Japan Pro Wrestling, wrestler.
Will not be the only wrestling reference tonight. Just a preview.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
Here's my thing. Exactly what kind of answer is he looking for here? Like, it's such a weird question to me because is evil good?
Well, it's funny because you got two words that are the exact opposite.
Right. Like it's it's really basic. On the other hand, it's one of those pot smoky pseudo philosophical Mick, our friends, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys ever just do drugs and just sit there is evil good? Why is there round?
It's evil good, man.
I gotta say, I've never pondered if evil is good or not. But
it's like hot dog. It's like a hot dog, a sandwich, bro.
Everyone talked over Mick. One more time, Mick.
Y'all do that a lot.
Never.
Never.
Just be like Alexis and tune us out and just answer your own questions. It'll be fine.
Yeah. No, I've never pondered if evil was good or not. But the next one is cracking me up. Is why is even
Yeah.
good.
We didn't answer him fast enough, and he was just like, "No, but why?" All right, I'm not-
9:08 p.m. we get the question, and then 9:08 p.m. immediately afterwards we get the why of the question.
I think the comments here are a really good indicator of the growth of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, because we did not get on this fast enough, and he was already onto some other shit.
Yeah.
You know, and
Did
it was
you
like how fast was I supposed to fucking answer him? The first two stupid comments were at 9:07. The second two stupid comments were at 9:08.
Are we sure he's a real person?
Might be not.
I don't even know what's going on here.
Mm-mm. Who's that?
Trade
guy?
he's stacked. Trust. Don't trade the secret. Oh, okay. Like, is there like a podcasting fantasy league that I'm not aware of?
Robert, you want to tell us about your sad love life before we get into Rob Zombie?
I mean, it's just 5 months, and we're just still going. It's just
You
no
were
real
going to tell me like a
commitment.
whole story when we were off the air, and I was like, save it for on air.
I mean, I don't think she's going to listen to this, but you never know.
Oh,
Okay, so
I mean, that would be kind of awkward. Anywho, speaking of sad things, I went to a Catatonia concert.
Wait, slow down. We fucking bust on Jesse's kids all live on air. Poor Jesse has to like suffer as we tear apart his family. Okay, I talk about I talk about my shitty personal history. All of a sudden, you don't want to, and you've been telling us your dating history for years now. We have a whole thing. Hello, Natalia. We have a whole thing because of this. Now, all of a sudden, you're not sharing. Boo.
I mean, I doubt she's listening, but I mean, yeah, it's just been 5 months with no commitment, so I'm just kind of there. It's great. It's
is this
fine.
the one you were paying?
That was a good one. I forgot all about that.
He tried to forget all about it. Don't worry, we're here for you, brother.
Well, you and everybody else that listens. No, that one has been blocked ever since. No, this is the one I've been seeing since like October, but it's still just kind of like, it's just kind of in that weird, like, there's no commitment to it. I've even asked once and was told like, "Oh, I'm not ready." After 2 months, so we're just kind of there. It's kind of sucks in some ways, but
Stick it out.
Okay.
Maybe something will,
You should definitely stick it out if there's no commitment.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, absolutely.
best way
I mean,
to figure out if there's going to be something happening or not.
Please hang around and let her lead you on. It's fine.
And then you can
it's
tell us all
weird
about it.
because it's weird because she's like, "Oh, hey, one of my friends is having a birthday party thing," and she was trying to surprise me with it, but she didn't take the address off. There's going to be Banana Ball in June, so it's not the Savannah Bananas, but it's one of those teams.
I took Banana Ball as being something completely different.
No, that's for the after hours talk.
I envisioned a big soiree for the banana ball.
No, this is not the start of my OnlyFans.
Okay.
That should be your name.
Banana balls.
The banana ball.
Yeah, where I just painted all yellow.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Perfect.
Hey, we're all
Fantastic.
yellow.
Hot damn.
Finally, when people start having their minion fetish, I'm your guy. I've got my banana balls.
All right.
But yeah, she invited me to stuff in like June, so I'm like, oh, well, she's making plans with me, so of course. But like, still, there's no commitments. I'm just kind of dangling.
Plans don't mean shit. Let me tell you how I had plans, and then I had to find replacements real fast.
That's true. But speaking of things that are sad, I went to a Catatonia concert.
Yes.
I wore the full suit and thought about you the whole time.
You're trying hard. You're trying too hard, suit.
Yeah, well, because I remember once you said, "Did you mod out for this one?" I was like, "Nah." So I just put it on because I thought it was funny. Again, it was like 80 degrees too. It was fucking hot as shit.
Stop wearing suits to fucking concert.
I thought I wasn't hot at the concert. It was just hot outside. It was the first like spring day of March. So I missed the opening band because of course I did. Thank you, Blue Hardware Company. So yeah, I at least got to see Catatonia, which surprising. I guess I shouldn't be surprised because they're a little more accessible of a band, but that was a lot younger crowd than I was expecting.
Really? I didn't think
Yeah,
the youngins came out for Catatonia.
I didn't think so either, but you know, when I think of like your sort of sad, depressive music that's very popular with the Chirons, uh, yeah, I mean, it kind of falls in line with a lot of that. Which I got to talk to some dudes that had already seen them once, but hopefully I'll get to run into them next month because Immolation. It's like Immolation, Rotting Christ.
Ooh.
There's oh yeah, it's four bands that Behemoth. That's right, Behemoth is the headliner.
Nice.
Like yeah, it's like all like four bands that are all like re Satan are going to be touring. So I was like, oh, maybe I can get tickets to that. It'll be a good time.
Okay. Let's get into Mick's pick tonight. Mick picked Rob Zombie, the Great Satan, as we were just discussing. A little bit of history here, and then we'll talk about our own personal histories with Mr. Zombie. Before he was a brand, before the films, before the endless parade of devil girls, B-movie clips, and porn samples, Rob Zombie is...
Hello, Natalia.
Rob Zombie is part of something tighter, leaner, and this is the key word, controlled. As the frontman of White Zombie, he operated inside a band structure that forced discipline whether he liked it or not. The early records, Soul Crusher, 87, and Make Them Die Slowly, 89, are noisy, grimy, very much products of the underground. But by the time they hit La Sexorcisto, Devil Music, Volume 1, 1992, something clicked. Groove, structure, hooks, horror samples used as flavor instead of the entire meal. Then Astro-Creep 2000 in 1995 comes along, and now you've got something that's not just heavy, it moves. Thunderkiss 65, more human than human, songs you can actually remember, songs that have shape. That's the difference. White Zombie has a pulse. They have restraint, and even when they're being ridiculous, there's someone in the room shaping the chaos into an actual song. Then the band ends, and that's where the real story starts. White Zombie goes solo with Hellbilly Deluxe in 1998. It worked because it's still riding that same foundation. Bigger, slicker, more theatrical, sure, but still built like songs. Living Dead Girl, Dragula, those aren't accidents. That's the White Zombie formula, refined and pushed forward, not abandoned. But you can already see this shift happening. The horror aesthetic starts moving from accent to centerpiece. The persona gets louder. The spectacle, and Leon's getting larger. The spectacle gets bigger. And crucially, the guardrails start coming off. He's not part of a machine anymore. He is the machine. And once that happens, you start losing friction. You start losing the person in the room who says, hey, that's enough. Or, you're being silly. Go to bed. Or how about just don't do that?
Or your wife can't star in this movie, Rob. Please.
From there, the solo career becomes less about evolution and more about drift. Not collapse, not incompetence, drift. The Sinister Urge, 2001, keeps the engine running. Still hooky, still functional, but you can feel the formula setting in. Educated Horses, 2006, tries to pivot. Stripped down, less industrial, more rock, but it's uneven. Hellbilly Deluxe Volume 2, 2010, circles back to familiar ground, and by the time you get to Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor, the names just get sillier.
Yeah.
You're not really asking what Rob Zombie is going to do, you already know. Horror samples, sleaze, grindhouse, imagery, mid-tempo industrial grooves, cartoon violence, cartoon sex, that's the lane. The problem is the balance shifts. The samples get louder, the structure gets looser, and the songs start feeling less like songs and more like containers for aesthetic. And this is where the issue really takes hold. He stops sounding like a guy in a band and starts sounding like a director assembling scenes. The music becomes collage, clips, textures, reference, shock beats. Sometimes that works. Sometimes you get a track that hits the sweet spot. Dirty, catchy, weird, and fun. But more often, you're left with something that feels like an idea that never got finished. And that's how you land on the Electric Warlock Acid Witch Satanic Orgy Celebration Dispenser.
Take a breath.
I need my inhaler. At an album that, for all its length and insanity, often feels half-finished and overcooked at the same time. Too many ideas, not enough structure. You've got players like John 5 just sitting there, one of the best guitarists you could possibly have, and somehow the record still feels empty. It's not a talent issue, that's a process issue. That's what happens when you remove collaboration and replace it with total control. And then you get a less silly title, the Lunar Injection Kool-Aid Eclipse Conspiracy, which in a lot of ways feels like a correction without actually being one. It's tighter, more focused, more fun, closer to what people sign up for when they listen to Rob Zombie. But it's still operating inside the same closed loop. The sound is the sound. The aesthetic is the aesthetic. He knows what he does, and he does it. The question isn't whether he can still make something that works. He clearly can. The question is whether there's anything left in that process that forces him to refine it, to push it, to cut it down to its best version. And that, dear hearts, is the paradox of Rob Zombie. He's one of the most distinctive voices in metal from his era. He knows exactly what his sound is, exactly what his audience expects, and he delivers it every single time. But the best version of that sound comes when he has limits, and the weaker versions come when he doesn't. He doesn't lose his identity. He locks it in so completely that it stops evolving. White Zombie worked because it's a band. Solo Zombie is a sandbox, and in that sandbox, everything goes in whether it belongs there or not. So now we're here, decades into that evolution or that drift. And that's the lens we're bringing into tonight. Because this isn't just another Rob Zombie album. This is the data point in a long-running pattern. So we are going to review The Great Satan in just a few minutes. And the only real question left is the same one it's been for years. Is this the version where chaos finally gets shaped into something great? Or is it another one where it just spills out all over the place where nobody's there to clean up? So, Mick, you wanted to talk Rob Zombie. Why, my love, did you want to talk Rob Zombie?
I've always loved Rob Zombie. I've always been a Rob Zombie girl. I mean, I discovered him through the same way I discover a lot of bands, and that's just my dad had one of the songs on his playlist forever, and then I expanded on my own because I'm also a creepy girl. So, and I'm going to focus on the music, but, you know, going through the albums like Hellbilly Deluxe and Sinister Urge, those have always been big ones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love what he does, and I love the gimmick of it.
Okay. Rob, you've been with us for the last two Rob Zombie albums. We did, I'm not saying those fucking album titles again, but the one with fucking in a UFO and the one without it. I think whatever the last two were, we covered here on the Metal Hammer of Doom. To kind of refresh my memory, what's your thoughts on Rob Zombie and where he's been, where he is now, and where he's going?
You know, it's interesting reading what you were talking about there. Maybe kind of think of Vince Russo, speaking of more wrestling references.
I know where you're going with this, and I completely agree, but I'll let you say it.
Somebody that with the proper editor can be fantastic, but when left to their own devices can run off the rails.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because, like, I really love I love him with White Zombie. Rob's stuff, and I kind of find this with some of his movies too, that like there's a lot of really good ideas and an enjoyable time at times, but it's not. It could lack focus, and really, I feel could stand maybe somebody else look over and go, yeah, let's nix that, let's add this. Okay, you don't need that second sample. Okay, let's do this instead. Because like everyone's fucking in the UFO. I remember at the time, I remember not enjoying the song, but fuck, I still can't forget about it. So
right.
It's the only thing it's literally like Dracula, Living Dead Girl, and then nothing until everyone's fucking in a UFO, and then nothing again. That's Rob Zombie solo career to me.
Yeah. And it's interesting because a lot of I'll say, like, I was surprised because this is the first time in forever I've actually just sat down and listened to Rob Zombie. By sat down, I mean I moved grandma's lawn. Which, you know, Jesse, you could have listened to this while mowing your lawn too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I had my headphones in my pocket.
Or he could have had a kid do it.
And listen to it in the comfortable environment.
I thought you meant have your kid listen to the album for you.
Let me paint the picture. Either Mongo or Caleb, or both. Like, Caleb's holding Mongo as he eats the grass.
Okay.
You put that out there, not me. And Jesse's just in a rocking chair with a cool glass of lemonade
Yes.
and he's fanning himself. He's going, it's good to have
Pointing.
land.
I'm pointing where they need to go. Make sure
Yeah.
I get over there. Don't miss
missed
that
the spot.
spot. Yep.
I like plantation Jesse.
Yeah, he just, oh, it's a scorch out here.
Good Lordy.
Give me some
Look,
of that
Dad, I'm
lemonade.
hot.
You're gonna get beat is what you're gonna get if you don't finish that lawn, Mongo. Oh,
You're doing a good job, Mongo. There's something in it for you.
but
It's just,
Dad, I
it's
don't
a
want
ball.
to mow the lawn. It builds character, Mongo.
That's right.
I mean, that's what my dad
The
My
idea
dad
is
told
Jesse
me.
actually calls this kid Mongo while he's disciplining him.
He's gonna slip up someday. I just know it.
Well, he knows. Yeah, he knows. As soon as the word Mongo's uttered, he's in deep shit. When you hear that middle name of yours, nope, it's Mongo. That's the name.
Let me paint you another picture. Years from now, your son's gonna make a terrible mistake and get married to a woman, and
Oh,
you're gonna be at that wedding.
Or a man, I don't judge.
True.
Well, then it won't be as much of a mistake. Anyway, hi Mick. Nice to meet you tonight. And they're gonna be like, father of the groom, would you like to make a toast? And he'll be like, Mongo, fuck.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
We love Mongo. Damn it. Anyway, you were saying about Vince Russo and Rob Zombie there, Robert.
Yeah, I'm just imagining. Back in the day, I used to write songs about you dropping your cereal and getting angry. Now look at you. You're gonna make the biggest mistake in your life. But yeah. I mean, just with Rob, I feel like he's kind of like one of those artists that I feel he's really good in bursts. Like, I'm good. Give me 3 or 4 songs of his every 6 months, and I've got my fill. It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like a really rich cheesecake. Like, it's nice to have like a bite of it. It's good to have a piece, but if you eat the whole thing in one sitting, you're gonna feel a little sick.
Jesse, I'm gonna need you to go to Suno right now and ask Remy to write a song about a zombie cheesecake.
Done. Done.
And
what is our genre? You guys give me your genre here.
Industrial.
Okay.
He'll be
yeah.
industrial.
It'll be yes.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so Jesse, you've also been with us, and I don't remember. Were you a zombie guy before you got on this podcast and I started forcing this shit down your throat?
Oh yeah, I mean, I appreciated what Rob Zombie had done with Hellbilly Deluxe and Sinister Urge for sure. I was listening to those, my goodness, through working at the arcade years. I remember we had that going a lot. He was, who was it? Was it Edge that used one of his songs as an entrance
Oh
song?
yeah.
And I dug White Zombie. I didn't listen to him very much because I didn't have access to Spotify back in the day. But, I like what White Zombie was doing. We covered, you talked about the 2 albums we've covered prior to this one. And I've gone back and revisited Lunar Injection probably a handful of times since we've listened to that album. I like it. I think there's a lot to be said about how good that album is because I've definitely had repeat listens. Dragula has my daughter came home for summer, and I mean, all of a sudden she's like listening to songs that came out and heavy metal songs that came out in the late 90s, and Dragula was something that she was playing over and over and over again. So it's found a spot with the kiddies. I don't know why, but well, granted, she's an adult now, but she's in her early college years, and it's interesting to hear her listen to, some of the early stuff that I was listening to with Rob Zombie. So yeah, I dig the guy. He's interesting. I don't watch, I'm a scaredy cat, so I'm not watching any Rob Zombie films. I'll put it that way. So, but his music has always been interesting. And yeah, it is very hit or miss. My goodness. Some of the stuff you're just like, what is he doing now? What kind of insanity did he just put out there for us to listen to? And I agree with the whole editor thing. Like, he needs somebody to kind of rein him in, and it'd be nice. So yeah, let's see what this album brings for sure.
So I was in school from between 90 and 94. So I'm into metal about I'm really starting getting into metal about 92, but I'm into like the new wave of metal that's coming out at the time. So it's Pantera, Sepultura, Roadrunner Records type bands. I'm also listening to a lot of hardcore because I'm from New York. So like Dog Eat Dog, Sick of It All, that sort of thing. And Rob Zombie was right in there. This was the start of my going clubbing. So imagine, 30 years ago now. I'm in my youth, I actually have, youth, vitality, and hope in my eyes. And and I'm going to clubs with my friends. First we were going to like teen nights at regular adult clubs. And then there was like teen clubs that were popping up, back when people used to go out and do stuff. There were industrial nights here and there, and that's mostly when I would go. And so they would play things like KMFDM, Ministry, Nine Inch Nails, Skinny Puppy, and White Zombie fit in with those bands. And the White Zombie stuff, as metal as it was, also had so much groove, and it was so danceable that it fit in, and nobody blinked an eye. I know Rob Zombie or White Zombie got popular with Beavis and Butthead reacting to one of his songs, probably Thunderkiss 65, but they were a big hit in my cohort. Like kids born 76 who were in high school between 90 and 94. Around the time that you have the Seattle explosion, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Soundgarden, all that stuff, it's the same time that the new wave of heavy metal is happening. And there was a lot of intermixing. And I love telling the story about how Typo Negative, it wasn't Typo Negative, it was KMFDM touring with Life of Agony. And and I've always joked that we lost a lot of good goths that night, as the Life of Agony fans beat the piss out of the KMFDM fans. But I bring all of that up because there was such intermixing of like of what was going to become like mainstream quote alternative rock, and the rise of industrial punk hits about the same time. Mainstream punk, Green Day, Offspring, that sort of stuff. There was so much. As a fan of music that you had access to, so many different genres all happening at once. It was all hip all at the same time. So that for me is like my lasting memory of White Zombie was it attracted fans of different kinds of rock and metal. People who wanted to go out and dance, people who wanted to mosh, people who just loved heavy metal, people who loved industrial, the whole nine yards. I remember thinking when he went solo, because like I said, I love La Sexorcisto. I think it's one of my favorite albums of all time. Thunderkiss 65, Black Sunshine, all that's good shit. Welcome to Planet Motherfucker. Yeah. And then even like Astro-Creep 2000, he starts leaning more into the dancey stuff. Like it's still good shit. Like More Human Than Human still is a great dancey song. And then it's like Rob Zombie threw the band away, and it was just like, all I want to do is More Human Than Human over and over and over again. Also, he's like the I Like Turtles kid. I like turtles. He's like, I want to do dancing industrial stuff. Also, did I tell you how much I like horror movies? Because I'm gonna say it a lot. And that's all of Hellbilly Deluxe for me. It is, I like horror movies. I like dancey industrial. This is all I'm going to do now for the next 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it mostly works. I think he runs into the same problem. I'll throw this out for you guys to react to, and then we'll start talking about the album. I think he runs into the same problem that a lot of bands run into, but I'll just call it the Slayer problem. And that is, he got popular doing a very specific niche thing, and that's all anyone ever wanted from him. And if he couldn't replicate that same level of success every single time, nobody cared. And if he tried to do something weird, maybe it was successful, maybe it wasn't, but it definitely wasn't. I don't think it was appreciated. And all everyone wants is more Living Dead Girl and more Dragula. Mick, that's my hypothesis, is that I don't think anyone really wanted anything else out of Rob Zombie except Dragula and Living Dead Girl over and over and over again. Your thoughts?
Yeah, well, also in the theming of like horror and stuff, that's his whole shtick. Like, I mean, he loves doing it, so
Yeah,
I don't see anything wrong with it. But at the same time, like I did notice, like going through albums, that he tends to sound the same, and he might just be trying to recreate that same feeling, that same vibe over and over and over again, and it works because I'm gonna eat that shit up all the time. But but still, like it would be interesting to see him experiment, actually.
Well, that's the
I don't
thing.
think
Like
he really has.
the two albums that we reviewed, I think he did experiment, and it did not work well. That's not to say he shouldn't, but that's the problem. Is Slayer also experimented and didn't work well either. Now Metallica, so Metallica abandons their sound and does something different, and it becomes like the highest selling album ever. And they have like they have new legs underneath them for the next decade or so. So like it doesn't. Sometimes it works with bands, and sometimes it doesn't. I'm gonna go back to you, Mick.
Yeah, well, I noticed something while I was, finishing up listening to the new album and then thinking about the other ones, was he's never had a ballad.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like most bands have at least one, right?
What do you think? I mean, what is the subject matter that he is going to have a ballad about?
I hope he saw Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride, and he's inspired to write a song called "But I Like the Bride."
Yeah,
that's the ballad I want him to hear. It's just like, it's not fair. It's so sad. Why does no one like this movie? Except weirdos like me.
I mean, it's probably just going to be some slower version of Living Dead Girl.
Right.
Living Dead Girls now with violins.
Acoustic version.
And now here's Living Dead Girl in Japanese. All right, Jesse, your thoughts on my what I threw out there regarding him kind of chasing the same sound to some success or not.
I'm definitely agreeing with Mick here when it comes to this is what he loves to do. So it sounds the same and everybody wants to hear that from him. One thing you can say about him is he's a man of the people then. I mean, if he likes to do it and he wants to satisfy his fan base by doing this over and over, more power to him. I mean, that's what he's going to do, and he'll do this until the end of time. I don't know if it's getting old. It doesn't bother me. I'm listening to this album. There's stuff here that I like. I enjoy, and I'll come back to, I'm sure. So they may not all be bangers, but I mean, he's doing what he loves to do, and that's really all that matters for an artist.
So before I go to you, Rob, I just want to read this to you guys. Hellbilly Deluxe is 3 times platinum, gold. The RIAA is 3 times platinum. BPI is gold. MC is 2 times platinum. The Sinister Urge is platinum RIAA and then gold MC. Nothing for Educated Horses. Nothing for Hellbilly Deluxe 2. Nothing for the Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor. Nothing for...
You got this. You
can just do the first 2 words. It's okay. We will know what you're talking about.
The whole thing.
We have a bit going.
The Electric Warlock Acid Witch Satanic Orgy Celebration Dispenser. Yay!
Right.
I wish
nice.
Sir.
He's going to find the soundboard. Here it comes. You ready? There it goes. Where's that? There it is. All right. There we go. All right.
I went to school.
I pushed a button.
I'm proud of you.
Nothing for the Lunar Injection Kool-Aid Eclipse Conspiracy, and then the Great Satan. Nothing.
I think pop culture, at least what people loved back then has changed too. So yeah, clearly the first 2 albums are really good. It isn't saying that the rest of his albums are that bad. It's just a situation where people have moved on. The bulk of the people have moved on, in my opinion. So, that's the way I see that.
It's funny. He's charted 5, 8, 5, 8, 7, 6, 9, 54. It's the Great Satan is charting at 54 presently. Rob, your thoughts on what we've been talking about, and then we can talk about the new album.
I mean, and that is true that, he's got a very dedicated fan base of people that like him to do the Rob Zombie thing. And they're good. Like, hey, he's going to do, as my stepdad called it, because I used to like to drive the car with him because I got to pick the music. And I love to put on the best of the 20th century hits version of Rob Zombie, which is like a Walmart compilation. And he loved, and I quote, that song about the witches and the bitches.
that is great, by the way.
He called that the witches and the bitches song. So we literally played it 4 times in a row. And after that, I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I really don't need to hear this again.
Right.
Witches and the bitches.
The witches and the bitches. He was on to something there with it. But when Jesse was talking about how it's become popular with some of the younger crowd, a lot of that new metal's coming back, but because it's being seen as hip and retro, which is odd because a lot of that stuff wasn't great when it came out. But also, sporting events really love them some new metal too.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Like they played the fuck out of Dragula at my high school stuff, and I'm sure they still do. But what I do find interesting actually is in listening to this album, there is I know there's one song in there that I'm like, oh, this is actually a little thrashy. Okay, I can deal with this. I will say, not to spoil too much on the album, but I liked a lot of what he was going for because I felt some of the previous albums leaned a little bit more towards the rockabilly than the industrial. Like this one was a very heavy industrial album, I felt, which I liked more because what's funny is the sound that he used to cultivate with that industrial, again, that's the pendulum swung back around and now it's cool again.
Yep.
Yeah, industrial is having a weird resurgence, which it's kind of hard to track culture right now because it is so distributed along
Spread
the long
out.
tail.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no mainstream media anymore, or even fashion trends. It's all split apart.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's the long tail.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I talk about this a lot in case anyone doesn't know. Long tail is there used to be, very siloed culture, and then it became niche, and now it's almost nobody's watching, listening, or wearing the same stuff. So you have this long, infinite tail of stuff coming out, but almost no commonality amongst people. It's like I can't even talk to my kids anymore about stuff. Like they come and they tell me about like, oh, Dad, I have to tell you what the cool thing at school is, and it's like some niche fucking TikToker doing the alphabet song while gargling toilet water. Like, what the fuck? Like we used to listen to Metallica.
What was it? Is it skibbity toilet water?
Skibbity toilet.
Oh my god.
Skibbity kill myself. All right.
I'm gonna Baja blast my brains out.
Oh, bless.
All right. So tonight we're looking at The Great Satan, the 8th solo album from Rob Zombie, released February 27th through Nuclear Blast, produced by Chris Zeuss Harris, and running about 38 minutes. That's about the length of a Fra Diavolo album.
That's how we're measuring things now?
Yes. Plus or minus Fra Diavolo.
I see. So, when a girl asks, how big is it? You'd be like, it's about half the length of a Fra Diavolo album.
Exactly. It's 2 Fra Diavolos and a pansexual peanut butter baby. Woo!
What does that mean? You're not going to be thinking about that in a minute.
So don't worry about it.
From a development standpoint, this is positioned very deliberately as a return to roots record. Don't forget your roots. Zombie himself framed it as revisiting his early Hellbilly era, meaning heavier riffs, punk energy, and more direct song structures instead of the looser collage-style drift of the later albums. The band lineup reinforces that intent. Guitarist Riggs and bassist Velasco both return, reconnecting him at least symbolically to Hellbilly Deluxe era. The rollout followed the modern Zombie template of lead single as Punks and Demons in late 2025, followed by Heathen Days and I'm a Rock and Roller, all signaling a heavier, more aggressive sound. And critically, even early reactions to those singles lean into the same direction. Sounds like old Rob Zombie, fuel-injected fury, that kind of language. Production-wise, nothing here is subtle. This is loud, compressed, riff-forward, sample-heavy, zombie-distorted synths, horror clips, jackhammer drums. Same toolkit, just pushed back toward the heavier end of the spectrum. Reception is exactly what you'd expect at this stage of his career. Split down the middle. On one hand, you've got outlets calling it a triumph of madness, praising it as a return to form. Heavy, fun, and apologetically weird. On the other hand, critics are saying it's more of the same: short tracks, fragmented ideas, and ultimately more spectacle than substance. Even the more balanced takes land in the same place. It's familiar, it's entertaining, but it doesn't fully recapture the precision of his early work. Some reviewers flat out call it a paltry return to form that loses focus as it goes, especially once the novelty wears off. Commercially, it performs solidly without being dominant, cracking the top 15 on Billboard's rock alternative chart and landing in various international charts, which is basically where Zombie lives at this point in his career. Thematically and creatively, nothing here suggests reinvention, and that's intentional. Zombie has been very consistent about his philosophy over the years. Rock and metal aren't subtlety or mystique anymore, so his response is to lean harder into excess. More horror, more noise, more absurdity. One reviewer actually references his own words. Nothing is cool anymore, so the goal becomes making something loud, fun, and completely unrestrained. Oh, I have issues with that. And the mindset carried into the live side. The album is being pushed alongside another run of the Freaks on Parade tour, which I may or may not be going to see this summer, co-headlining with Marilyn Manson. Hitting amphitheaters.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it also has the Who on there, so like that's worth going to see. Though they're doing their
We
own
resurrected Keith Moon.
No,
Oh my God,
HU,
no.
the Mongolian.
Oh, okay. All right. I was thrown for a loop for a second.
You're like, you know,
Jesus Christ! I figured you guys would be with me on that one. I didn't over-explain it.
I know I was fucking with you. I knew who you were talking about.
I didn't.
Yeah, old Becky already did. Like,
I was like,
why not get ACDC?
go back and look at like how my eyebrows like go like together because I'm trying to figure out like what the hell.
Nani?
What
You're like,
is the Who doing?
Anywho, because at this point, the Rob Zombie experience is just as much about spectacle as the music. So that's where we are. The Great Satan isn't a reinvention. It's recalibration, heavier, faster, and a little more focused, but still very much operating inside the same sandbox he's been for the last 20 plus years. And whether that's a strength or the same old problem, that's what we're here to figure out. Mick, you wanted to talk about it, so talk about it.
absolutely. So, yeah, I noticed the similarities that you were talking about when we were talking about the albums in general, how this one's very similar to the last one that he did. More or less. In structure, at least, a lot of transition songs and whatnot. I enjoyed it, though. Like I said, I don't think Rob Zombie can release anything that I'm not going to enjoy listening to. Also, I'm pretty casual anyway. I don't think there's been a podcast that I didn't like something.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I would love to do a show where you fucking hate something, where you're like
You know what?
rendering your clothing. And not that I want to see you take off your clothes on the podcast. I wouldn't be like a creepy old guy or anything. I'm saying like
We did a whole podcast about
you
that.
just come on the podcast. You're like me. You're just like Khrushchev banging a
I
shoe.
hated this bullshit.
I want to see
No.
like you're always so like low key and just like, oh, I'm just Mick and I'm here and I'm and I'm kind of vibing. No, I want
love
to see
it.
I want to see like angry run up a fucking tree Mick.
I'll find something that pisses me off, and then we'll do the show about it.
There we go.
There we go.
Mick's angry rants.
But okay. So I did want to talk about one of these songs that actually stood out to me, though, and it was what was it? The Sir Lord Acid Wolfman.
Oh, jeez.
I felt like he was going for a pirate thing too.
Yes.
So you have Wolfman.
Oh, the
Like,
fucking
a pirate.
pirate song!
Yes. I fucking
Oh
love
god, that didn't. I was mowing the lawn, so I didn't get to see the song titles as I'm pushing the lawnmower. I was like, "What the fuck?"
The pirate one. I loved it. I think if he was doing anything different, that was the one that stood out because it was awesome. And I think he needs to do a whole pirate theme. Now.
Oh
The
boy.
Rob Zombie
Oh
pirate
boy.
album.
Pirate Rob Zombie.
Jesse, get on that other app that we were on last on Thursday, and I need a
Grindr?
Rob Zombie pirate song.
I was not
Yes.
on Grinder. Not on Thursday, anyway.
Whoa! Now he's in the poppy.
That will be the next pansexual peanut butter song. I was not on
I
Grindr.
was
That
not
was
on
not
Grinder.
Grindr.
He was on the Poppy metaverse.
Yes, I was. Gaining experience. All
Anyway,
right.
Mick was telling us about the pirates.
I love the pirate song. But then going on into the album, there's the Devil Man, and I swear to God, the first 30 seconds of them chanting Satan, I thought they said chicken.
Yeah,
And so I'm
that's
trying-
different.
I've been listening to this in my car, like on the way.
Yeah,
to work and
chicken
stuff.
man,
So,
chicken
like-
man.
So the whole time, I'm just like, are they? This is different
Yeah.
because I'm not
Dig
reading
through
the lyrics.
trash cans and
right?
find me some chicken.
He's gonna start. The song is gonna be called KFC.
I just didn't know that Rob Zombie was such a big fan of MMA judging.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a
She doesn't
callback.
get it. She doesn't know.
I don't know.
Just let it. It's fine.
Y'all will never get
Reference.
wrestling.
That's not a wrestling. That's unfortunately not a wrestling reference
What?
at that time. Now I got to tell the fucking story.
Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
So, years ago, many years ago, when I was doing PC Live, we had the report, which is I would go to worldpoultry.net, a real website that was just poultry news. And I would read one of these zanier stories. This is where I found the cancer curing egg stories. This is, zombie chickens, all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah, like you would think poultry news was very dry. No, I always found a winner. So that would be that report. So we decided that the name of the chicken that I'm doing an imitation of, his name is Glucky. Now, years later, we're all, a bunch of us are watching UFC, and there would be some of these fights where the judging, the scoring would look like it was done by a blind person. And we decided that it was actually a chicken judge, and the judge's name was Glucky.
Okay.
And thus the legend of Glucky the MMA judge was born. This has been going on for 20 years. Just go with it.
Okay. No, I'm caught up now.
Yes. Hey, Jesse, what did you think of the Great Satan?
I mean, like I said, it had its high points and it had some stuff that I would probably skip. Again, he's doing all sorts of fun stuff with clips and samples, and there were some strong tracks on here that I really liked. My top 3 is our opener, FTW 84. I really like that. I also like
thinking about Taz.
Yeah. Yes, I did. As a matter of fact, he held the FTW championship.
Survive if I let you.
Rock and Roller is a good one, and The Devil Man was another one that I really liked. I definitely feel the Hellbilly Deluxe throwback that people were talking about. I feel like that's very evident in this album, at least in some of most of the songs. There's some that really do kind of veer off into, I'm gonna have some fun now, get ready guys, we're just, we hope you're along for the ride. What I found that kind of held it back was it's pretty simple when it comes to lyrics in some of the songs.
Did you throw these into the word counter?
No, I did not. Do you remember what was it? The Marilyn Manson album where we took the lyrics and then we removed every repeated word and then looked at like what was left, and it was like 5 words.
Yes.
And you're like, wow. Well, there's a couple songs on here that I feel like are contenders for something like that.
So I don't know if you know this or not, but you can use AI to make music.
Oh,
and
shit!
I've heard.
And if you don't give it specific instructions, it gives you a very prose-heavy, almost epic poem version of lyrics. And I had to tell the AI, if you look at song titles and song structure, there's a lot of repetition and short verses. Like, you're doing Beowulf. I want Sweet Child O' Mine. And that's the thing that you're talking about there, is that a lot of like mainstream modern music is way simple, and there's a lot of repetition in it. Like, some of our favorite songs repeat the same verses and choruses. You always repeat, but like they'll repeat a verse 2 and 3 times throughout the song.
Oh yeah. And I'm not going to say that that's a big detriment to this album, but I mean, because I think a lot of what Rob Zombie's trying to do is he's trying to set a lot of it, I feel like, is a directorial kind of take. Like, he's trying to set a scene and set an atmosphere with this type of song. And so you got the chanting of Satan, 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 chicken, 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 over and over again.
Satan, chicken, Satan, chicken.
But he's so that kind of jives with Rob Zombie as a person and an artist. So I'm not going to say that it's horrible, but it does feel repetitious sometimes. So that's probably where I'll land with that.
I'm going to come back to you in a minute because I want to talk about something very personal with you, okay? Just me and
Oh,
you.
wonderful.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh,
I might even move you next to me just so I can talk to you.
Oh,
You're gonna whisper.
these two guys drop out. It's just me and you. All right.
Robert, why don't you finish your thoughts on what you think of this album?
Again, it really did throw me for a loop when they had that song. It was much more of a thrash inspired, very speedy. It was towards the end of the album, so I can't remember what the song title was because again, it was Mom and Grandma's Lawn. It was a good time. I will also say something I very much realized while doing physical activity with this album going.
Cardiovascular.
No, so I don't know if I ever told you that, like, I can't do anything sexual with metal music in the background because I can't focus. I will focus on metal, not poontang. I can't do it.
I've banged while AEW Dynamite was on, okay? I've banged during boxing matches. I've banged during wrestling. I've banged with YouTube in YouTube going up. Take two. Still haven't found what I'm looking for by U2. But the Joshua Tree.
Oh,
Coop's really
Don't
going
get me
like,
wrong, I'm not lasting
wait a
through the
second,
entire.
the song's a banger.
I was like, don't get me wrong. I'm not lasting in my youth or in my old age through the entirety of the Joshua Tree. I can get through about a song or two. But my point is, how are you not able to bang during metal? Even Jesse, banged his woman to Enter Sandman. He's like, he comes out like the Sandman from ECW. Like
It's a fucking
tonight.
Here comes Jesse's tuna can.
Get ready for the meat thermos.
All right, Terry, calm down. There's once, by the way, Nick, who one day I'll get on this podcast, and we're talking about Hulk Hogan as meat thermos. And I sent my girlfriend, Megan, that bitch, at the time, a screenshot of us looking at it, and she's like, "Don't send me your sick fucking porn. I don't want to watch that." I'm like, "It's Hulk Hogan's sex tape. I don't want to look at the meat thermos." She was not amused. Also, I found out, just total TMI, if I'm ever going to have something on in the background, I have to put it in some sort of Slavic language or Japanese, because if it's English, my brain will hear what's going on.
You're just gonna start saying the words or something?
It fucking
Robert,
no. Like
only fucked a heavy Saurus. We got it.
like seriously, I'll hear something and it'll like even if it's just a little, my brain will still be like, what? And it will distract me. I have ADHD. I don't know if you knew this about me from the fucking 10 plus years we've been doing this.
Jesse, what's your favorite?
But yeah, no, it doesn't work.
Jesse, what's your favorite song to bang to?
I'd have to say, let's see. There are no songs being played at any point in which the deed is being done.
Tell
okay?
me, Let's Go
No Careless
by Insane Clown Posse.
No Careless Whisper.
Okay.
Well, obviously it's Careless Whisper.
Yeah, I think it's Careless Whisper.
Getting that. Delete that. Mick, favorite song to bang to?
Recently we Hey Mambo came on.
Hey Mambo. What the fuck? I'm trying to think I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had music on in the background.
I don't usually
No,
either.
I've done it to Unsolved. Oh, I did have Unsolved Mysteries on in the background once because I couldn't give a single solitary fuck about what's going on there.
Update.
TV's the best because it's just on. And I've definitely banged to Impractical Jokers before.
Okay. All right.
Well, that's
you ever banged to the sound of your own podcast? Like, you ever banged to the source material podcast, Jesse?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Or I said, thank you very much.
I'm not giving her credit.
This
Women.
oh, that's boy, that's gonna get really sensual. I once dated somebody, by the way, that was very fun.
Banging to the sultry sounds of Jason giving his fucking opinion of Venom.
The last thing I need is I really don't.
Fucking Teasley giving
Talk about the symbiote.
symbiotes, and she's like, "Wait, no, Jesse, play that back. I'm almost there." Symbiote. The fucking leg is shaking. Oh no.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That is not happening. Just go ahead and put that out there. Not happening.
Not yet. I know what you're doing when you get back up there. Mindy's fucking scrolling on TikTok, and you're like, "Hey, baby," and then you turn on the fucking mood lighting. It's one red light bulb. I don't know why I just turned your bedroom into a dark room. You're gonna do that. Throw on the best of Jason.
And once again, we've ruined Jesse's sex life.
I have a hard enough time. Now I got to deal with this. Gosh,
I'm surprised she's not listening. I remember the couple like 2 times ago, she was like, "Wasn't a big fan of those stories."
Okay, so wrap up your thoughts so I can wrap up my thoughts on the album.
Me? Who was giving thoughts? It wasn't me, was it?
I think
It was me.
Okay, good.
It was me. It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
All along.
So many wrestling references tonight. But anywho,
talk about the Black Scorpion, which is the title of one of the tracks on here.
True.
Speaking of references.
Well, just like with the Black Scorpion storyline, I don't think Rob had much of an idea of how to finish it.
I looked over at Mick, and Mick was like, "I feel myself drying up and fucking zoning out."
Once you guys start talking about this stuff, I'm just like,
that's
I'm like,
you know what?
I'm nothing like doing a podcast with old dorks.
I've been on a couple dates where the same thing happened. I start talking about me, and suddenly their eyes glaze over.
Okay, then.
Y'all watch it just slowly happen.
Yeah.
I immediately looked over at you to like, "Oh, have we lost her yet?" All right.
Oh yeah, she's gone. But yeah, I will say, like, even while doing this with physical activity, because again, that's the point I was trying to get across before. Mark was just like, "Hey, cool, y'all, you fucking to this." Was that
as an internet journalist, I ask the important questions.
Boy, howdy do you?
I am the next time I finish. I'm yelling that out,
dude. No.
She will know what the fuck I'm talking about, and it won't matter.
I wish your mind could take a picture, a freeze frame of that, and print it, just so you can see your fucking eyes go cross with fucking confusion. Like, huh?
Don't worry about it.
Anywho,
right.
but yeah, this music does make for a very high energy, interesting background. I'll say that, which, I mean, that's always kind of been something Rob's been good at. It does occasionally, though, the samples get to be kind of, I almost say distracting, but it's too rote to be distracting at this rate.
Yeah.
Because you feel like it's a Rob Zombie song, so of course he's gonna go find something from fucking Witch Hunter General from like 1960, whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's just gonna like pull random old Giallo clips from the 70s because it's Rob Zombie, it's on brand. But with that being said, I did enjoy the album. Like, it really did feel like a nice return to form. Am I going to remember much of this album? The opener, yes, because I actually felt that was his way of saying that yes, we are in a police surveillance state of 1984.
Yep.
That's was kind of on the nose, and you know what? Good on you, Rob. I see that you see it. But I mean, beyond that, it's one of those, like, if it came back in like the 2026 year in view, I'd be like, oh hell yeah, all right, and then it'd be back to the other ear.
I don't hate this album. I don't love it. It's a 45-degree day. What it made me think about, I was watching for this Thursday. This Thursday we have a triple feature coming up. It's Suicide King, Swimming with Sharks, and American Psycho, which I've only just seen now for the first time.
Really?
And I was watching Suicide Kings, which I loved in my 20s whenever that came out. You know, my big film awakening was Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, and there's a reason why I'm bringing this up. Pulp Fiction was like the first super talky film I'd ever seen. There's so much yappity dialogue, and I loved it, as a lot of us did when Pulp Fiction came out. So around that time, a lot of like gritty crime noir yappy pictures got made. Suicide Kings is one of them. If you haven't seen it, group of like 6 or 7 guys kidnap Christopher Walken, hold him for ransom. It's a whole thing. It is a very talky, like stage performing kind of movie. And when I was young, I really, really liked it. And I'm almost 50, and I'm kind of outgrowing that sort of thing. Like, I know Chris Rock said the music you listen to when you're 15, you're gonna listen to for the rest of your life, and that's mostly true. I'm still a fan of metal and still like it. But you know what I drove around listening to today besides my own stuff, which is obvious, but I was listening to like funk and jazz and like that kind of stuff. We Sort the Mail, Too Old to Die Young, that kind of stuff, Jesse. But also, in case anyone's like, why does he only listen to his own stuff? I was also listening to the Atom Music Project, Eating Ghosts. And it's funk, it's jazz, it's brass instruments, it's really high energy stuff. And I was thinking, like, I've really outgrown some of the stuff that I loved back in my teens and in my early 20s, which is about my thoughts on this Rob Zombie album. It's not bad, and it would be wrong of me as a critic, and this is something I wish other critics would understand. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's bad. For me, 20-year-old me would have loved it. 20-year-old me would have thought it's not as good as Hellbilly Deluxe, but close enough. And I would be raving about it. 50-year-old me is like, ugh, I'm bored by this. This is boring to me. I'm not interested in what this guy's talking about. I'm not interested in his music anymore. If I get up and I shake my booty, I hurt myself. So I'm just not there these days. Like, the stuff that's getting me like excited, like, I know I don't want to relitigate last month's show, but like, if you ever watch me and Jesse on sessions and we make something and I get so excited, and it's almost never metal anymore. Like the last couple of things Jesse and I did, we did a Duran Duran song last night. It was a synth pop song.
Hell yeah.
The month prior, we did a depressing country song. And we started up the year with, God, what would you even call Too Old to Die Young, Jesse? Like, it was supposed to be based on Billy Joel. We never quite got Billy Joel, but we got this like weird jazzy thing.
Yeah.
And so that's what I wanted to throw at you, Jesse. Like, do you find? I mean, I know your whole thing from Jesse Takes the BDSM quiz is I'm still a teenager at heart. But are you finding in your tender age of almost 50 that you're outgrowing stuff from your like teens and 20s?
My tastes have changed. I mean, or I should say they've more expanded. Mm-hmm. I mean, I will listen to.
Well, talk about like your whole synth pop thing, because you brought this up on sessions. I think it's a really good example of what you're about to say.
Yeah, I mean, I have realized now that I am a big fan of funk. I'm a big fan of. Yeah, I have and again, this wasn't something that I was into at all back when I was 20 years old. Synth pop, like dreamwave, synthwave, some type of that stuff. And if it's instrumentals, there doesn't have to be lyrics to it. If it's just straight up like just set up as background music, I love listening to some retro synth pop. And I, you could probably point a finger at like Stranger Things or something like that kind of popularized that for me. And I was like, boy, there's a whole genre, there's a whole bunch of these people out there that make this type of music. I really dig it. But I will absolutely go back and listen to the 90s metal playlist that Spotify has all the time and enjoy every little bit of what I'm hearing. So I find that my tastes have broadened. And I understand now that, people go through phases of stuff that they like. Now I'm in my funk synth pop phase, or cyberpunk funk is something that I, put together. And that is something that
the genres you like are starting to equal Rob Zombie titles.
Cyberpunk funk is some fun. That's some good shit to listen to. But anyway, yeah. So it's, I haven't lost patience for what I used to listen to. I still enjoy going back and listening to that stuff. I just listen to way more stuff now because I've been exposed to so much more thanks to Spotify and Suno. So there you go. There's my answer.
Last thing I want to bring up as we transition out of talking about this album, did anyone see his Monsters movie?
Yeah,
I did not.
That was the best directed porno of the year.
If it had had sex in it, it would have been better. What did you
I
think?
thought it was so cute.
Okay, tell me more.
He did a good job, and I know he wanted to do it in black and white, so it'd be more like the TV show. But I guess what I heard was like the producers wouldn't let him, or something. But I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, like he wanted it to be totally just like the TV show.
So I was a big fan of the Munsters. Was the 60s series. Like there's only like 2 seasons, I think, or something. That was on streaming like 10 years ago, and I was like, this was fun, hilarious stuff to watch. It was campy, but it was good. So I'm really surprised that they were like no black and white, because that's what that was. And any color revamps of some of the older like Munsters episodes, they didn't hit the same. They did not.
No, well, what he ended up doing was doing a total 180 and then like brought the color saturation.
Yeah, it was way over.
Oh, really?
It was way over color saturated.
All right.
Ridiculous.
It was.
I mean, it's fun to look at, but I thought it was cute. I feel like people are hating on it too much because they're expecting one thing, but like because it's Rob Zombie
House of
doesn't
1,000
really do
Corpses.
PG. Like, no, I like it, and seeing his wife as Lily was interesting because that's also not a character she would usually play.
Mm-hmm.
I find dating advice, people, and I read this in the YouTube comments, so you know it's true.
Oh, that's true.
Find somebody that can believe in you the same way that Rob Zombie believes in his wife.
Period.
It's fair. I watched it while I was on one of my hurricane sequesters when I worked at the jail.
It makes you want to jump out into it.
and then they said, come back. You can't run out into the hurricane. I went, no, I watched his fucking Munsters movie. I don't want to live anymore. Let me preface this before Nick takes it the wrong way. You're entitled to like what you like, and I'm not going to criticize you in particular for liking something that I think is trash. I fucking hated it. I absolutely hated this movie. I didn't like the overcolor saturation. I thought it looked to me it looked like an SNL sketch that went on way too long.
Kind of felt like one too.
The acting was at best community theater, and I know that's kind of what he was going for, but there's campy and then there's not good, and he went and he doesn't know the difference apparently. And I've never seen his Halloween movies or his other Gorefest movies because like Jesse, I'm a giant sissy, so like I don't want to watch people being disemboweled for no apparent reason. There's a lot about his aesthetic that doesn't appeal to me, and I get forced to watch a lot of garbage I don't want to watch anyway. So I'm skipping the Rob Zombie movies, but yeah, I was not a huge fan. So, anything else about Rob Zombie before we move on?
I was just going to say I find it very refreshing how positive Mick is. Like it's almost like I don't what I was thinking, and I don't want it again sound like condescending, like it's precious.
What?
Because it's precious, just like how very sweet you are to this stuff. It's so nice.
Well,
I'm jealous.
I've also seen all of his movies except for the Halloween ones because I love gore.
Okay.
I want to see people disembowel.
So you're telling me you want some Lucio Fulci?
She's not interested
Oh,
in
if you
your
don't-
pasta. She's not interested in your pasta. Listen.
It's a fantastically gory Italian horror cinema.
Okay.
You'll have to send it in the chat or something.
All right. Are you ready for this? Before we end the show for the evening, are you guys ready for this day in metal?
Sure.
I am.
All right.
Give it to me.
I will. On this day in 1982, Iron Maiden released Number of the Beast in the UK, arguably the most important album of the new wave of British heavy metal. It was the band's first record with Bruce Dickinson and gave us Run to the Hills and the title track, cementing Maiden as global metal icons. Mick, have you ever seen Iron Maiden in concert?
I have not, but they're actually going to Comic-Con this weekend. I thought about going, but I'm not going anymore. But I thought it was interesting that they're all going to be at a Comic-Con.
Okay, well, if Iron Maiden ever plays another concert again, like a normal band, you should go see them in concert. They are.
I will.
I've seen them play with Ghost. I've seen a very stripped down show at a club in New York City where they did some like acoustic stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, so I've seen like the full Iron Maiden crazy like stage experience, and I've seen Iron Maiden act like a band. In both cases, they were fucking great. Iron Maiden is one of the best bands I've ever seen live. They're a really great band in general.
Are they usually theatrical, or is it just like it can go either way?
Rob, take that one.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw them in 21, like they had a giant version of the Somewhere in Time Eddie come out on the stage. They usually have some pretty large set pieces. I mean, they're not quite as theatrical as like an Alice Cooper.
I was gonna say they're not like Kiss, where they're like half a terrorist and half a clown show. Like theirs is more refined, like spectacle.
Okay.
Yeah, there's usually some version of Eddie that will come out on stage at some point. It's usually fucking giant, and it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're great. They're great
I'll
live.
definitely try to see them.
Jesse, how familiar are you with Iron Maiden?
I mean, not very. I'm not a big fan of Iron Maiden. However,
The fuck you mean?
What?
You heard
All
what
of
I
our
said.
faces just went like.
She's not allowed to like stuff. What's your fucking problem?
I talked about the 90s metal playlist, okay? An Iron Maiden song hits and I will skip it.
Really?
Don't. I'll listen. And did you guys cover an Iron Maiden album on here?
We did.
I don't know if I was part of it, though. Or maybe I was. I don't think I was.
Like I say, I don't think we did Book of Souls. We did. What was the fucking
Let me look it up.
Was it Katana?
That
had a Japanese.
Right. Yeah. I think I don't know if I was part of that review, but I remember you guys talking about the album, and I gave it a listen to. And I don't know. This is one of those hangups that I have where it's just like, the Beatles, Iron Maiden,
we did Senjutsu.
Senjutsu, thank you.
Yeah.
Not Katana.
I think that was before me.
When did that come out?
4 years ago.
2022.
I feel like I would have had to have been part of that then.
Wait, no. Hang on. Review the latest Iron Maiden album, Senjutsu. Senjutsu is Iron Maiden's 17th album following 2015's The Book of Souls. There you go.
Okay. All right.
Jesse, remember when we did the comic book?
Yeah. Oh, well, I was going to mention that. Yeah. Because we actually talked about the comic, which tied in with a game.
Headhunter.
Yeah. It tied in. I don't know if it was a mobile game or if it was.
Was it the Legacy of the Beast?
Because there were different versions of Eddie that you would run into, and maybe that's what it was. Because you could there was British War Eddie, and then there was some other kind of version of Eddie that you could use, and each one of them had different powers, and you made your way into the. Anyway, I do remember going the comic too, but it tied in with that. It tied in with that game.
I respect Comic-Con, honestly.
I was sitting there thinking those guys would probably clean up at Comic-Con. Like there would be lines out the door. I respect everything that they've done. It's one of those musics where the alarm's going off, and you just don't know.
I'm sorry, someone's submarine is under attack.
I didn't realize that was me.
Batten down the hatches.
First the helicopter. Now there's the fucking alarm going off. Is the NSA coming for everybody but me?
Yeah, must
Ignore
be.
the foot. Ignore the foot.
I'm less concerned about the foot. The
Whoa.
foot wasn't fucking making a siren sound.
That's an alarm.
I was like, there's a foot. Whoa, we're not that type of program.
Tell Spider-Man to go out and save people, all right? We're trying to do a podcast here.
I totally thought it was one of you guys.
That's
What's
funny.
happening?
That's
No,
funny.
my siren's in the other room.
Shoe comes around the corner and hits him right in the head. It's like a boomerang shoe too. It's crazy. It was like it did an angle. And...
She was fucking hit herself.
A
She's like,
shumerang.
"Oh, stop making fun of me. Oh, my eye.
Oh man.
Anyway.
All right.
So that's that one. On March 22nd of 1994, yeah, here we fucking go. Pantera dropped Far Beyond Driven,
Okay.
debuting at number
Fuck
one
yeah.
on the Billboard 200, an almost unthinkable achievement for an album that heavy. It proved extreme metal could go mainstream without softening. Let me fucking take the lead on this, because let me tell you about Pantera. So Pantera was a hair metal band. Then they got rid of that singer. They killed him. They sent his pieces to Saudi Arabia, and then they got in Phil Anselmo, and like they're all doing the hair metal thing. They're all doing like the hairspray hair, and like all at once are just like, this is gay. Let's stop. And then like, okay, so what are we now then? And it's like, well, like two of us are fucking like rednecky. And what about you, Phil? Yeah, I'm kind of rednecky too. Great. Let's just
I'm white trash.
We're all kind of rednecky white trash. Why don't we just make that?
They're the alternative.
And so they made Cowboys from Hell, and Cowboys from Hell does really, really well. You have to understand what's happening at this time. Hair metal is dying, and there is nothing to replace it, and everyone's proclaiming rock is dead. And at that time, Cowboys from Hell comes out, and it's like, what the fuck is this? Because it doesn't sound like anything metal before it. And it's coming out at a time where no one's doing metal, really. It's like metal is kind of drying up. And so they make this really groovy, white, trashy, southern, redneck fucking metal album that is not death metal, but it's not hair metal. It's hard to place, and it's amazing. And like, well, what are you going to do next, Pantera? Really lean into aggression. You know how like kids like to do a bit of jumping around and moshing, and it's a fun thing. Yeah, what if we take that and make it ultraviolet? What if, hear me out on this, we take the essence of like brotherly love and turn it inside out, and everyone just fucking wants to kill each other, and that's the entire album. And that's Vulgar Display of Power. And it launches fucking Pantera into the stratosphere, and a bunch of other bands like right behind it in its comet tail. It essentially reinvents metal at that time. And so the thing about Vulgar Display of Power is it's still very intelligible music. It's very groove centered. So you're like, okay, Pantera, you guys can write really groove centric, chantable, like Walk from Vulgar Display of Power. Rob Van Dam used to come out to it.
Hell yeah.
People people would shake the fucking stadium stomping and chanting Walk. This Love, like you talked about, like, every band does a ballad, and like This Love is kind of their ballad. Then there's fucking Hostile, and there was an invitation to punch the guy next to you repeatedly. So it's just like, it's really, really great stuff. And you're like, okay, Pantera, why don't we build on that? Hear me out. What if no? What if we go in the other direction now? What if we zigzag into this hardly intelligible at all quasi death metal fucking musical experiment, and we'll call it Far Beyond Driven, and show a screw going up someone's ass? Like, it was like, you're like marketable, you're winning awards, you're kind of mainstream. What would you like to do to build on that? Nothing. You want to go in the opposite direction. Let's become insufferable. And that was Far Beyond Driven. And because outside of like 5 Minutes Alone and oh god, what's the other one I'm thinking of? The one where he's running around grandma's basement.
I'm broken.
I'm broken. Yeah.
I'm broken.
Between I'm broken, besides I'm broken and 5 Minutes Alone, that
Right.
rest of that album, like
That's Great Southern Trendkill, isn't it?
no, that's Far Beyond Driven.
Oh, that's right. God, I was mixing up Vulgar Display of Power and Far Beyond Driven. My bad.
So outside of those two songs, which still maintain some degree of like mainstream metal, my God, the rest of that album is just. What if we did an entire album with no fucking rhythm at all? Just I'm Phil Ansamo. I'm a pretty good singer. Here's what I'm gonna do next. And like here's the guitar player. You know, we're all just shaking instruments in front of fucking microphones now.
Have you? The other note I think was that the production meeting was like, have you seen the advancements in CGI? I've got a great idea for Planet Caravan.
Oh God!
Oh, I gotta turn that into a song. Fucking MS Paint the video.
You like Black Sabbath? Great. Let's add Windows Movie Maker.
Windows Movie Maker. Yeah, baby.
No thought into that video
MS
at
Paint.
all. Anyway, so I just remember it being such a commercially unviable album, and it still did like it didn't matter by that point. It didn't matter anymore. People loved Pantera. People were selling out basketball arenas. They never made it to football stadiums, but they were doing basketball and hockey arenas everywhere. They brought out Biohazard, Typo Negative. They brought out Rob Zombie was on one of their shows, or White Zombie maybe at that time. My very first Pantera show was in '92. It was with Sacred Reich. The second one was with Crowbar. Then like he was making wearing the T-shirt and the videos and stuff. He was making a huge deal out of Crowbar. So I don't know if you've got this, but I'm really enthusiastic about Pantera. And
just a little.
Yeah.
I mean, just
a little. So Jesse,
I'm trying to see them in September.
Oh,
Nice.
Who are they playing with?
It's the festival Louder Than Life.
Oh, okay, yeah. They did a tour with Metallica, where they were on one of the nights of that. I went to that last year. They did their own like solo tour. I saw them here in Tampa. Chris Jericho came out and did Walk with them. That was fun. So, Jesse, I've been babbling on at the mouth. Your thoughts of were you aware of Pantera when Far Beyond Driven came out in 1994?
Yeah. This harkens back to my Columbia House days. 8 tapes for 2 cents or whatever it was, or 5 cents. And if you remember right, you used to get a magazine that was dedicated to like the genre that you picked. And I used to be a rap guy, and then I started kind of drifting over into the metal. And this was about one of those years where I was doing that. And I picked up Vulgar Display of Power, and I also picked up Cowboys from Hell. And I never bought Far Beyond Driven. Sounds like this album didn't do so hot. Those songs that you mentioned, 5 Minutes Alone and I'm Broken, I've listened to with you guys, and I've listened.
I love those songs.
They are great songs.
When we're done here, go upstairs, turn the lights off, and put on Good Friends and a Bottle of Pills.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
or
God.
Use My Third Leg. Or Use My Third Arm is what it was. That's what it was.
Oh boy.
Use My Third Leg is something else.
Sounds the same to me, but anyway,
that's your new soundtrack when you're fucking.
Okay. Duly
Move
noted.
over.
Let me see how long the song is, though.
Oh, you'll be fine.
It's just like you guys have way too much faith in me. I'm gonna have to go with You Suffer by Napalm Death.
2 minutes and 54 seconds. We're pushing things here, folks. I don't know.
Fucking You Suffer. That's 6 seconds. Damn. You turned him into a bull rider.
There's a lot of foreplay involved when you got that one. But that's all I have. I don't really have a lot to say about the album itself.
I got a trivia question.
So many symbiotes.
Symbiotes.
After this episode, I will tell you guys how he actually said it, and then it'll be even worse. But go ahead.
Oh God.
What cartoon, since you're already the youngin' amongst us, I want to know if you know this. What cartoons did Pantera provide a song for?
Weren't they
I
on
know this
SpongeBob?
one. Yep.
She got it.
Yep.
What was it? SpongeBob? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I'm pretty sure it was the Sandy one where she was about to go into hibernation or something.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hibernation Day.
Nice.
All right, Robert, your thoughts on Pantera's Far Beyond Driven?
My dad actually had this shirt because one of my cousins left it at the house. And years later, I asked him for it, and he'd already thrown it out, which is so disappointing. Because that would have been a cool one. But I love Far Beyond Driven. Slaughtered's one of my favorite tracks. That was probably one of the first really heavy tracks that I had heard before I started dipping my toes into more death metal. I love the album. I feel like those first three, the first really groove oriented that sound they got you more from Demolition Hammer and Exhorder because that's what I had heard is that a lot of that the inspiration for that sound came from a lot of the stuff coming out of New Orleans that Phil had listened to a lot of because he's from there. So a lot of I Hate God and stuff like that. But yeah, those three albums are really good. Southern Trendkill is where you get some. I think that's when Phil started doing a lot more.
I fucking hate the Great Southern Trendkill.
I think
it's a non-album for me.
I feel like that's the one I have heard.
Didn't Phil really start getting into heroin around then? Or was it during Far Beyond Driven?
No, I don't know if it was which one he got into heroin. I do know he got into not making music around this time. Because it's going to be... Because here's the thing. It's like, I don't really want to make anything that has rhythm anymore. I just want, I just want to put pots and pans in a garbage can and roll it down the fucking hill and record it, and that's a song. And then they're like, what if, and just hear us out on this, what if we just made music, you asshole? They're like, no, and I'm going to leave the band now. And
he's like, you know what? I'm going to choose not making music as a virtue.
Yes. Which was really weird because then he goes and forms Down, and Down is the grooviest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, I love Down so much.
I miss Down. Like, I don't miss Pantera as much as I miss Down, weirdly enough. Considering like half that band's fucking dead now. But
yeah.
All right, speaking of which, our last little bit here, and then we'll start to close out. In 2005, System of a Down released Mesmerize. The first half of their ambitious double album project. It debuted at #1 and showed just how far politically charged experimental metal could reach into the mainstream. Any thoughts on System of a Down? Anyone? Bueller?
I was obsessed with BYOB when it came out.
That's a good song.
Because it played on Fuse all the time. So I would, when I was at home for the summer, of course, like I make it sound like I went to military school or some shit. I just would, sitting at home with my parents not there. I'd play video games on one TV, and in the other room, I'd just have Fuse on with it all the way up. So if BYOB came on, I could go run to listen to it because this was before everybody had the fucking internet in their pockets. Because I am about the age that Mark was when we started, and I kept calling him old. That's what I get.
And I've only gotten older.
And I know, right? Same.
What were you saying, Mick? Anything about System of a Down?
I was just saying I love System. Like, I've said on the show before that I tend to like music that sounds like you're throwing a band down the stairs and then seeing what happens. And so that just straight up follows that.
Very good. Jesse, System of a Down?
I don't know this album. I mean, there isn't... BYOB, I've clearly heard. I'm looking at the rest of the titles of this album, and I don't... the songs on this album, I don't recognize anything. So this one missed me. My Mongo has been playing the guitar. I know I've told you guys that. He has also gravitated towards listening to a lot of System of a Down, and even in some of the stuff that he's listening to, I can't even pick like any of these songs. So, I don't know. Was it a great album? Did they say it was really good?
Yes.
Okay.
I really loved it.
It kind of makes their career. Yes.
This one does.
Yeah.
I have a T-shirt of this album specifically. I'm not wearing it right now, but
not Toxicity. You're saying this one does. This one makes their career.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll take your
either,
word
you
for
can argue either that or their self-title.
Okay.
Oh, that's Bubbles. I love that song. Like, I'm not the world's biggest fan of System of a Down, but that Steal This album, I think is... First of all, I think Steal This album was a great idea as a concept.
Yeah.
I love that as a title. Steal This album.
Steal it.
I really want to see them. They're one of those bands that, like, I really hope I can see before they just, kick the bucket.
Excuse me. I saw them when I lived in Miami. They played wherever the Heat play, and it was a good show. They put on an entertaining show, and that's the only time I've ever seen them live. Well, folks, that is our review and our podcast for Rob Zombie, the Great Satan. We will be back in the month of April 12th, as a matter of fact. And Robert Cooper picked this show. This is the last Megadeth album ever. We've done quite a lot of Megadeth on this show over the years because of Robert Cooper. Did a 2-part retrospective, and then we reviewed 1 or 2 of their albums since then. So, of course, we have to close out with the final Megadeth album. You excited to do that show? You excited to talk about? You haven't had a opportunity to talk about Megadeth in a very long time.
I'm very excited. The funny thing is, I've only listened to like 1 or 2 songs. I mean, of course, I had to listen to the Ride the Lightning cover that they did because I wanted to hear, of course, Dave Mustaine doing Metallica, just because who doesn't want to hear that? It's interesting. I've heard kind of mixed things on the album, but I mean, shit, if I can get their Super Collider, it can't be any worse than that.
So that's the end of that. This past week, we'll figure out what we're doing. I don't have anything on the calendar at this point for any more of these shows, but my wife, I might as well call her
My
wife.
wife.
My wife.
My wife.
Very,
very nice.
My wife can't cook. She makes Jello and burns it. So I was telling her that I'm really not trying to go more than, because she gets on my case if I start the podcast a little too much. And she's like, and I'm like, look, Mondays and Thursdays are my days. I moved all the Sunday stuff to Thursday. And she was like, oh, I don't care if you do it on Sundays. it was the Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday that I had more of an issue with. But she's like, you want to do it on the occasional Sunday night. So this might be the only show I do on Sundays going forward. Because, I don't want to take this away from you. This is such a gift that I give you guys each month.
Appreciate it.
I mean, where else would I talk to people?
And I don't have to call off work to do a podcast.
There you go. And you don't have to watch movies either.
I don't. It's great.
Yeah, you just show up and be your sparkly self. That was what Jesse used to do. Jesse was like, I'm essential and I don't have time to do a fucking comics podcast, but I will show up to your metal podcast and just listen to records. It's fine.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That was your whole argument to me.
I had plenty of time to listen to shit while I was working, so I couldn't read comics while I was working, or I would have felt bad.
With that said, this past week, I was not on Monday's show because I had just gotten back from New Orleans, but Alexa subbed in and she hosted a relatively decent show about The Bride. And then her and Robert, again, did another show. They reviewed Undertow. Jesse and I did sessions. We made a Duran Duran song out of our Planet Hulk review. That was fun. Tomorrow, myself and Robert are reviewing Project Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary right now is the best film of the year. We'll see how the rest of the year goes. But right now, that's an early contender for my number 1 movie of the year. This Thursday, allegedly, myself, Sean Comer, and Kat and Pat will be looking at Swimming with Sharks, Suicide Kings, and American Psycho. Saturday, myself and Evan Bevins, in theory, are going to do a comic strip for Road to Perdition. A week from tonight, Fra Diavolo, Masters of Ovens, comes out. You should all listen to it on Spotify. But also, Jesse and I conclude our look at Batman Murderer by reviewing Batman Fugitive.
Yes, indeed.
Which started in Batman Murderer. And then on Damn You Hollywood, myself and Jason and Robert will be reviewing Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. Boy, did that movie did not need a sequel, but here we are. And then a week from Thursday, myself and Shay, I miss Shay. We're going to be doing a Kevin Kline live performance trio. We're going to be doing the Pirates of Penzance, The Lovely, and A Prairie Home Companion against her better judgment. That's what I got going on. Mick, what do you got going on?
Honestly, nothing as of late, other than looking forward to that Primus show. I'm actually starting to do a little bit more art though, so I guess I could play my Facebook again, which is just Mick Wanamaker or OnyxCat.creates.
Outstanding. Jesse Starchair, I hear you do a podcast about comics that I just talked about.
I do, as a matter of fact. Before I get into that, though, I prompted Suno to give us a goth industrial song about a zombie cheesecake, and I'm not going to make you guys listen to it, but The title of said song is called "Rotten Sugar Saint," and I will read you the first verse. Cracked plate. Now, mind you, that maybe picture me as Pete Steele or something. I don't know. But cracked plate, candle wax halo round your head, frostbite, dripping down your jaundiced cherry red. You twitch, sweet stink crawling through the air, smile stitched, crumbs of grave dirt in your hair. And there is the first verse of Rotten Sugar Saint.
I think you need to send that to me.
I just might do that.
Now I can't decide though. Do I do that as a Rad Legend Broadcasting Network or a Fra Diavolo?
I'll leave it up to Coop. You pick, Coop. Which one do you what?
Oh my God.
Which one do you want it to have? Where's it going?
I mean, what has more traction?
Ooh. Well, again, if we're going by the rules are if it comes from a podcast, it's a Rad Legend Broadcasting Network.
Well, then I guess that would make sense, then, wouldn't it?
But it's got food.
I was gonna say, but it's food related.
See where I'm caught?
Yeah.
I can see the rock, the cheesecake flavored rock and hard place here between. Yes. I don't know. Like I feel like I mean, I don't know. I'd say Chef's Choice, ironically enough. But no, let's just go. Let's go. I don't know. Let's go Rad Legend Broadcasting.
I think I agree with you. With you, Jesse. You have
Good.
to send that to me when you're done.
Will do. Hey, check out tomorrow. We are going to be airing our poll winner for 96 number ones on Unspoken Issues. We're talking about number one issues that dropped each month in 1996. And Mr. Miracle was the winner for February. So you get to check that out. 90s comics all the time on Unspoken Issues. And then syndicated source material will be coming back there at about next Monday, where we'll be talking Daredevil. That's right. Daredevil. He's heaving.
Flintstones.
Oh, Flintstones. Oh, goodness.
Daredevil and Flintstones?
Yes, it's crazy.
Yes, a rare team up.
Very rare. It's
Who
nothing. What?
Who would win in a battle, Daredevil or the Flintstones?
Or Barney Rubble?
Yeah.
Barney Rubble is continuously like trying to steal Daredevil's cereal. Barney! Anyway, oh fuck. That's it. We got Snap material where me and Evan Bevins get together and talk Marvel Snap. Check that out. We drop about 4 episodes each month.
Can you download Fred Flintstone to the game now?
I wish he was a character we could
fight
use.
alongside Daredevil.
I wish he was. I wish he was a character. That's all I got, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. A lot of fun to talk Rob Zombie again tonight.
He has to go upstairs and make sweet, sweet love to his woman to the various songs.
trying to figure out which one. Make me a playlist, please. Send it to me.
Oh, we will.
Songs to bang to.
Songs to bang to.
Oh, gosh.
Jesse, how was your podcast? They're so mean to me. It's not fair.
Don't listen to the show, Mindy, please. Don't.
Please don't.
All right, well,
You'll ruin the surprise.
when Jesse starts fucking smashing beer cans into his head. Mindy, we're off to Neverland.
Just fucking blowing smoke out of his nose.
Oh my God.
This thing is about to exit light.
Oh no!
Exit stage right. All right. Well,
Even.
we picked on Jesse enough. For Robert Cooper, for Jesse Starcher, for Mick Wanamaker, my face hurts from laughing. Be well, be safe, and behave.